All right, it's recording. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brad Macmayer here, and welcome. This is day 5, date number 5, and I'm super excited because this is a really cool one, guys. And by the way, let me make sure everyone's muted out there, and if you guys can mute your microphones, there we go. Mute. All right, cool. Thank you so much, and I appreciate for everyone being here. It's going to be super exciting. And this is something that's really fun, right? Because for us as marketers, it's really like going to the sandbox, going to Disney World. Because if you really love content marketing, you love marketing in general, this is like paradise for me. I love doing this kind of stuff. And I took a little time to write a lot of things down for all of you today. And we're going to go over everything here. And then we're going to go over everything over here. And then if we have time, and I hope no one sleeps on me, you know, because that's going to suck if the video, everyone's sleeping. But we're going to go all through this, right? And I'm going to try to not leave anything on the table. Because remember what I told you. It's all about leaving everything out on the field. If you're really trying to help people, why hold information? And I'm sure this is one of the if we wanted to create a workshop just for this alone, I'm sure we create a product out of it, and why not? And now once everything that you guys see that we're gonna do here, then I want you guys to, for those of you that are watching live, write down something on a piece of paper or a notepad that you can add to this. That way, somebody that's coming in and getting into Builderall for the first time and they wanna do content marketing and so forth, there's always gonna be a new generation coming in. You know, kids coming out of college or somebody that still don't know, having grasped how to do content marketing yet. So we're gonna go through all of how to create a product, so to say, right? Just to get them going. There's so many things to cover with content and marketing, but I say, what will be the basic stuff? And then we'll go a little bit deeper. So let's start from ground zero, how to create a product. And everyone creates products differently, right? So that's why I say write down your ideas and we'll add to it at the end of this. So that way, when somebody sees the on-demand version, and by the way, I'm gonna stop moving my fingers like this. I heard somebody be like, Brad's moving his fingers way too much, okay? So I'm gonna try to be still. But in that way, when somebody watches this on-demand video, they're gonna be like, oh my God, they added so many ideas that I could run with it, and that's what's all about, and that's going to be powerful. Without further ado, right? I should say, without further ado, let's get into it, man. Let's go have some fun and educate people and get people to be successful. All right, guys. And when I look down, it's because I'm looking at this board, okay? And then I'm going to try to go over this. I'm not going to go really fast. I'm going to try to be a little bit slower. So that way, it's not way too fast for some people, okay? So let's get into product creation, right? So if I had to start from the beginning, and if somebody said, all right, Brad, we got this marketing platform now, and I'm paying a subscription for it. And now I have to obviously make some kind of products for my business, for my personal brand. Yes, I can become a Builderall affiliate. Yes, I can sell Builderall as, just as a standalone product, but I also want to create my product as well because I love marketing and I wanted to create something. So I said, why not create a product right now? And the way I would do, and this is just my opinion, it's not somebody else's opinion. Everyone has their own opinion how to do things, and everything is great. As long as you're making a sale for yourself and your strategy works, it's all good. You have the power, right? So for the sake alone today, I'm just going to go over some things. So let's say Brad is going to start a product. So how will Brad do? Myself. So I'm going to create the first thing. It's going to be called a content pillar, right? So that means I'm going to create, for me personal, and I'm going to use the simplest tools for everyone that I know anyone can use. So I'm not going to use big cameras or anything. I'm going to use an iPhone, right? So today I'm just going to use an iPhone for video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video, and then I bought this sheet right here, and you can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Target, you get it anywhere. It's pretty simple. It's like a board, and you can just write everything that you're going to put into your product, your ideas and everything, and you start pressing the record button on your phone. And remember, I have a ring light in front of me, right? It's just a ring light that I bought on Amazon. It's super cool that I can just have there. It's an LED light. So now I got my LED light. I got my phone. I'm putting my phone there on my LED and I'm pressing record. And what I'm going to do is whatever the topic of the product that I want to be, right? Now, I'm just going to assume that I knew what the market wanted. First of all, I did a little bit of research on the market. I reverse engineered some competitors. So just in case, I want to see what my competitors are doing it too. And I want to see if there's a demand for this specific product that I want to put out into the market, right? It's just like, you know, being cautious because you don't want to get caught off guard creating a product that nobody wants. And you're like, dude, man, I spent all this time and now nobody is buying a product. Super sucks. So at least I know that's a product. Let's say that it's actually people are buying. You go to Google Trends, see the latest products out there that's making noise, or you go, you know, JV Zoom, however you want to do. We're not going to get into that today. We're just going to get into product creation, content marketing, and let's get into it. So I would personally start the video and then create a 1 hour entire video on the topic or the subject that I was talking about. It could be even 2 hours, right? It would be totally, I would go all in. And then I would just keep talking and educating and adding value. I'm not thinking about anything about, how I'm gonna sell this, right? All I wanna do for that specific 1 hour is just educate, teach, and execute on the topic. That's it. With that said, now it could be a webinar for an hour, or it could be a brand story of yourself on the topic in general. And you then, at the end of the day, what we want to do is for that, let's say if you spoke for an hour or 2 hours, you can sell actually this product, this content pillar. Remember, it's a big, big file. It's a lot of gigs there, like maybe like 2 gig files. And we can sell it, then we can set up to sell it, you know, for let's say $997. That will be like our content pillar. That will be our dream thing. Like, oh my God, this is going to be so cool. And I have this content pillar and it's going to be a study program, workshop, or a masterclass. Okay. Everyone got that? Let's move forward because we've got a long way to go. So now we have this content pillar content. And what I'm going to do is, now there are a lot of things that I could do with this down the road, but the second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to then get into my Adobe editor, right? And this is something that anyone can subscribe to. You can go to Adobe, and I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and you can subscribe for $20 there and use a really industry standard video editor, you know? So that's what I use, and it's something that anyone can use, okay? And then once I put the entire content pillar, the 2 gigs or 5 gigs into Adobe Editor, I'm going to look for, you know, I'm going to pull specific product parts, right? I'm going to pull parts of this thing and I'm going to say, wow, this is way too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get parts of this product and make it into a mini course, right? So we're not going to create an entire new product or mini course. It's just like all we're going to do is we're going to pull parts of this product and turn it into a mini course, because that way we will have our second product, which is the same product, but we're just actually creating a mini course out of it. And we're gonna sell it for $500, right? So remember, the entire content pillar, masterclass, workshop, program, $997. Now the mini course that we pulled parts out of it is going to be $500, right? And remember, the entire thing here is for the moment when somebody buys the mini course for $497 or $490, however you want to put it out there. The price is up to you, okay? You put your own price into your product. You know what you deserve, okay? I'm just giving an example for this lesson, okay? So, and then so for $500, I know that somebody may not be able to afford $1,000 right away. So then I said, all right, why not? Let's just give a mini course with the same concept for $500. But what I'm going to do is the strategy here is to get them to go to that landing page, buy the mini course, and then I'm going to try to upsell them on the rest of the course. Remember, that rest of the the content pillar that I record, right? And so for example, if somebody just bought the mini course, I would say, hey guys, what's going on? Listen, by the way, thank you so much for buying that mini course. And I just want you to know that inside this page right now, a link right after this one, and once you click on it, I have the entire, course for you. We already have every single parts of the entire course. What you have is just a little mini course of what the entire master class is. So that will be, I will try to do as much as I can to upsell them, to get them to buy the entire course. But remember, they already paid $500 that they couldn't pay the $1,000. So at least you're getting something out of it. But remember, as if they buy the mini course, they don't buy the upsell to buy the entire content pillar, remember to put them, on the email list. So that way you continue the conversation at least for about a week or so, just to get them to upgrade or, to the entire content pillar, to the entire course, okay? So now that I have in place 2 landing pages, one is going to sell the entire thing. And if somebody doesn't like that, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to test 2 different pages. One, I would say for the first 3 days, I'm going to try to sell it for $1,000, the whole thing, right? And then upsell it for some, and then create an upsell with something else. Now, if I see I'm not getting too much, traction there, and I'm not making a lot of sales, then the next 3 days, I'm going to try a different landing page, and I'm going to sell the product for $500. This is going to be a mini course, and then I'm going to try to upgrade them into the entire, course. Okay, everyone with me on that? So let's keep going. And then what would I do then is that what I want to do at the same time, I'm going to create product number 3. So I'm going to extract the audio of the entire content pillar, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an MP3 version of it. So I'm going to extract the entire 2 hours, and I'm also going to pay rev.com. That's REVE.com. And I'm going to transcribe, make sure, let me just see, we're still online there. So I'll make sure, all right, we're still online. We're good. Okay, cool. All right. So, and I'm going to transcribe the entire, content pillar that I did, right? So remember, now I have, so we don't get ahead of ourselves. We have the content pillar. We have the mini course that we pull parts from the content pillar. And now we're extracting the entire audio of the content pillar. And now we have these MP3 files. And I'm going to take this MP3 file and I'm going to go to rev.com and I'm going to pay them, I think is $1 per dollar per minute. So if my content is like, an hour long, you guys already know how much you have to pay for them to send you a full transcription of your video, right? And then once in about 24 hours later, I received the transcription of the entire content pillar. Now I put it here on my desk and I'm like, all right, cool, man. I have the transcription and I have the MP3. And now I'm going to do 2 things, right? Now I'm going to go back into Adobe Editor and I'm only going to put the MP3 version, guys. Once again, I'm only going to upload now the MP3 version of the entire content pillar. And I'm going to start breaking down and I'm going to listen to the highlights of the entire thing. I'm like, wow, this is good. This is good. This is good. And you're going to get micro content of these highlights of the entire content pillar, 2 hours that we recorded. You're going to get the best highlights. I would say get about 10 of them, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to then download them to your desktop. And now we're going to open a little folder there and we're going to drop all these little cuts there. It's called MP3 highlights from content pillar. There we go. We'll put them all there in the box. And why I'm doing this is because I'm going to also get these highlights and then I'm going to go to open account on anchorfm.com. Anchorfm.com. And the reason why I'm going there is because I'm going to create a podcast for my brand, right? The Brad Macmayer Show, whatever you want to call it. And then I create the free account. This is free, by the way, guys. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the highlights up there. and then I could do a podcast on top of it. Oh, wait, before, I got ahead of myself here. Let's just rewind it for 2 seconds. Once I have the folder there, what I want to do is then actually create a podcast, right? I want to get a microphone like this, the ones that you guys are seeing right here. And I'm like, I'm going to talk about the product. I'm creating a whole new podcast, right? And then I have the highlights from the content pillars. So this would be an example of it, right? Hey, you guys, what's going on? It's Brian Macmayer here. And today, listen, I got a brand new product out there, and I just want to elaborate and talk to you guys about it. And it's going to be super amazing. And let me give you guys a few highlights of this creative that I did. So then I will press play. They will hear some of the highlights from the content pillar, and then I will talk on top of it. I'm like, let me tell you the reason why I actually talked and elaborated about this, because it needed to be addressed, especially for those that are buying this product, because I just want to give you my perspective on things, right? And the whole entire thing of this podcast is to have a CTA, a call to action on a podcast show that will eventually people that are could maybe find your podcast maybe, you know, a week, 2, 5 months from now, they're going to run into this podcast and you're going to have that podcast for the rest of your life. You only have to do it really good once and they'll find it, right? And then they're going to be like, you're going to have a CTA call to action. Remember, to where? To either the content pillar page, you remember that the entire home study program, workshop, or masterclass, or to the second page, which is the mini course. So the entire podcast is only for you to have a show. And with this show, right, the first episode, we're gonna talk about the content pillar. And the reason why we're using anchorfm.com, it's because we're gonna create a free account and then we're gonna upload the entire MP3 podcast version, right? We did the show and then we're going to upload the MP3 there and we're going to send it into Anchor FM. And what it does is it's going to send your podcast to all the podcast distributions out there online. And what is great about Anchor FM is that once you upload your creative out there, you're able to kind of like move things over here, add little bells, add little radio jingles. It really sounds like a radio station, right? And then once you press send, they'll send it to Apple, Spotify, and then you will have your own show that you can do every week promoting your content pillar product, right? Or your mini course every single week. Because remember, we already have 10 highlights and we can just put maybe on episode 1, we could put 5 highlights on this one and 5 highlights on the other one. But remember, you have to talk on top of it because we're creating a whole new episode show out of it. And the CTA call to action is get everyone to go to the content pillar page or the mini course. Moving on, let's moving on. Also, the reason I transcribed, you know, the MP3, you remember, of the entire content pillar is because I also want to create a digital book that I want to put on Amazon for sale, right? So I'm like, oh, this is super cool because now I create a book too out of that content pillar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a book. I'm going to get the transcription and I'm going to actually outsource someone to then just do the final edit and maybe do some things to it and just make it look like a PDF, like an awesome book, and get a graphic designer to create a book on it. And I'm going to upload the digital version into the Amazon. And what I'm going to do then is also, I want to go over the entire transcript myself and I want to read it as an audio version. Remember, I got a microphone here and I want to read my entire book, right? Because I'm going to put this on Audible as well, right? So audible.com, and that way people can actually either buy the full book to read or the digital book, or they could just listen to it while they're going to work. It's actually be the audio version of it. You just have to take one full day and read the entire book on MP3 and you upload it to Audible, right? Also, what I want to do too is that I'm not going to throw away these MP3s. So all I'm going to do too, I want to keep the promotion going. For anybody that signs up for my product, what I want to do too, also, I want to give them on a thumbnail drive all the MP3s that I did associated with the product creation of the content, the content pillar, or the MP3 of the mini course, right? So when they buy the mini course for $500, you also get the thumbnail drive audio version for $500. Along with your $500 that you paid, right? And then if they buy the full course, they still get the audio version of thumbnail drive. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, and you might say, Brad, if we're giving away the thumbnail drive and we're selling it for $1,000 and they still get the thumbnail drive, why would we put it on Amazon and also on Audible? It's not to get the same money from the same person. It's just extending your brand into different people that, you know, are on Amazon or on Audible, and they're searching for the content of the industry content that you have the topic on of your product or your book, right? In this case, and they might run into it. It's just bringing new people into your brand that it wouldn't be the same thing as if you were marketing on Facebook for a certain demographic. I know if I was Amazon looking for, you know, for a certain book, I might run into Anita's book that's on Amazon out there, and it was something that I didn't go through her funnel. It was just something that's a book on Amazon. It's just a new audience coming into the game, and you're able to like make even money for it. And also remember, once you're uploading to Amazon or Audible, you are, my friend, an official author, right? Author. And so you can put there on your status that you also are a marketer / author, however you want to do it, because remember, we're talking about the power of perception here as well. We can use that at any time. So we want to perceive ourselves that we are authors and great marketers, and because we want to create that portfolio for ourselves. And who knows where you can create moving forward. And that's just an awesome thing to do. And remember, guys, once you have a book on Amazon and Audible, you can look for podcasters that want to maybe interview you. And you can say, I have a book out. Would you like to talk? You could be guests on podcasts or TV shows. You can send a press release. You can hire a publicist. And you can just run your way into like the media just out of your Amazon product. It doesn't have to be specific out of that product funnel, right? You just have to perceive things in a different way. And remember I was talking about for each product, you have to sell to different people in a different way. So if I have a funnel that I'm going to sell this product on, the way I'm going to treat my Amazon book into the press is going to be totally different. It'll be a totally different conversation. I'm not going to be talking about the funnels that come to this. I'm just going to say, look, I'm an author. I'd like to get my book out there. What do I have to do to be guests? And I'll find a publicist, and I'll find also people maybe on Fiverr.com that can then maybe help create content stories out of the book to help me with my publication and that. And remember, guys, the audio thumb drive, you just give it as a free gift. If somebody is paying you $1,000 for your product, you might as well give the thumbnail drive just in case they want to listen to the audio version in the car. Don't make them go to Audible to buy it, because you want to have these customers on a long term. And this is just one product that you're creating, guys. As longevity of this marketing, you want to take care of your customers. So you want to make sure they buy again from you. So let's move forward. I don't want to spend too much time on just that, and just make sure my people are still here. Everyone good still? All right, cool. Let's move on forward. All right, cool. Oh shit. Did I press something good? We're good. We're good. All right, listen, you guys are writing down all the ideas that we're going to add to this thing at the end, right?
Of course.
All right, cool. Because we're going to make this the best shit ever. Okay, cool. So anyways, let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, mic is on. So let's keep going. Easily put this here so we don't press any computer buttons. All right, cool. All right, so then I'm going to keep this mic here just so I can look cool. Look like a radio dude. All right, anyway, so then what do we got here, guys? So then now we're going to go into product number 4, right? What's product number 4? Remember, so let's reverse engineer and go back to the beginning really fast. I'm going to say super fast. Create the content pillar there. That way it could be a video, webinar, your brand story, and we're going to sell it for $9.97. Product number 2, we're going to pull parts from that product and create a mini course, and then upsell the entire thing into a home study, into the product number 1, right? That'll be the upsell page. Product number 3, we're going to extract the audio MP3, send it to rev.com and transcribe the entire thing. That we're going to try to create a digital book to put on Amazon, so we become officially authors, and then record on an MP3 version, and while you take a Saturday for yourself and read the entire transcription. And that way you have audio for an audio version of your book on audible.com. And then, of course, use the audio for a thumbnail drive for you to give as an extra bonus gift when somebody buys the $9.97 course, the Content Pillar. Okay, so product number 4, we're gonna pull more parts now. And
you missed the podcast. Where does that fit in?
Oh yeah, the podcast, the MP3 podcast, right? The MP3 podcast, guys, don't forget the MP3 podcast. You're gonna go to Anchor FM. That's ANCHOR.FM, and then you're gonna create a podcast. The reason why we create a podcast, I already said why we're gonna create the podcast, but don't forget the podcast is for you to, just in case you fast forward and you're landing here. The podcast is for you to get the highlights. Remember the highlights that you did on the Adobe Premiere Pro, where you're watching the entire course on audio version. You started chopping off the highlights of these things like, wow, that was a good part. That was a good part. And we're going to get 10 of those, and we're going to download them into a folder, and then we're going to get those highlights. And now I'm going to open my podcast software, and I'm going to create a show on my own. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to talk about these highlights. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brad here, and I got a brand new product. And let me tell you the reason why I made this product, and listen to some of these highlights in this audio book that I created, or the product I created, whatever it is. And you press play, that first highlight goes out there, and you explain why you did those things while creating the product. That's just another way for you to create a podcast show. So that will be episode 1. Then I go to Anchor FM, and I'm going to upload the entire thing there. And then while I'm at Anchor FM, I'm going to add jingles that sounds like radio shows. You just click and drag. And I'm going to add outros and, like, you know, music in the background. It's super simple. You guys are going to love it. And now I'm going to press send. And now I'm going to have a podcast going to Apple Podcasts. So that means when I say Apple Podcasts, this right here, guys, on the iPhone, you go to Apple Podcasts, and then you search for your podcast, and you're going to see Anita's podcast there, her product, and you know, podcast, whatever she wants to call it. And it will also be distributed on Spotify and so forth. So let's keep moving, guys. And remember, guys, let's stop here for a second. Look, now we got a $9.97 product out there with the Content Pillar. We got a $500 product. Now we also got an Amazon product that you can sell for whatever you want. We also have an Audible product that you can sell for whatever you want. And remember, the thumbnail drive you give away for free, or if they don't buy the $9.97 product, the Content Pillar, if they don't buy the mini course, maybe down the road you just want to sell the entire audio itself for maybe less the friction of the entire product, just so they have something. And you could call it like a car experience, whatever you want to do for, like, it's an audio version, or you could upload the entire thing to Audible, however you want. And these are your prices that you want to put into it. And remember, all we did so far, guys, in terms of product creation, we just took one day to create a 2-hour video. And out of this 2-hour video, all we did, it's crazy. I'm talking to this mic like it's on. Let me get it out of my way. The mic's not even on. I'm like, dude, let me tell you something. The mic's not even on. Okay, so then all we did, remember, we created the product creation. So product number 4, we're going to pull more parts and turn it into a mini report, right? So the mini report, guys, is just something if you want to give it out to anyone out there, just to create, some extra friction, not extra friction, that's the wrong word, some extra noticeable things that you want to bring people into your landing page, some extra gifts or some extra attention, awareness, and you can use it as a lead magnet. It could be a PDF file, however you want to do it. And it's going to go into the landing page. Or remember, you can get this mini free report that you're going to do and put out there. Copy and paste the mini report, and you can use it down the road. Open a folder in your desktop, because we're going to use it down the road to use it for a copy for Facebook ads, right? So copy for Facebook ads. I want to create the mini report only one time, because I know that out of that mini report, I'm going to use it as a lead magnet, but I'm also going to use the same copy to then get certain parts of it, and I'm going to use it as a copy for Facebook ads. Because remember, guys, if I'm doing one time, I can pull so many things out of here, and I want my message to be consistent on everything that I do throughout this product. So I'm not going to create a mini report with this, and then my copy is going to be totally different from what the mini report says. And I just want everything to be flowing. It's one message, one report, and now you got a mini report for your lead magnets, and you're going to have a folder for your Facebook ads. Okay? with that said, let's keep going. And when I say Facebook ads, you guys can use whatever platform it works for you. It could be Instagram stories. It could be LinkedIn. And we're not going to talk about ads right now, but I'll give you just a quick advice. For those of you buying ads for the first time, keep it super, super small because you want to know exactly what platform works for you. Facebook might not be the platform for you. Instagram is for that specific product. Maybe Instagram stories is not the platform for you. It may be LinkedIn. And what I do is usually I get $100. I just put $100 on maybe ad one. Because remember, once you get into advertisement and start buying ads, you're going to have to need a few different copies just to see what works and what doesn't. But let's say in this case, we only have one and we got $100 and I want to see where is this thing going to, where's people going to take a bite out of this thing, and I know it's going to be actually, this is where I'm going to go put more money into it. So you take $100 and you put $20 on Instagram, you put $20 on Facebook, $20 on LinkedIn, $20 on, let's say, on what else is out there? You got Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram stories, and then you can buy,
YouTube.
YouTube, yes, YouTube. YouTube would be a little bit more expensive for that. But I'm saying, like, you can also buy it on Twitter. So whatever it is, but it's split the $100 in all these places. And now you're going to start seeing, and then run the promotion with that same copy, everywhere. Because now you're going to know if you sold the most out of that $20 on Instagram, then you take another $100 and go all in on Instagram. Don't worry about Facebook right now. We just want to know what works the most. And once you start making that $100 and you start getting into leads and start making money, then you start getting more money into Instagram stories. Don't leave Instagram stories until you know that, okay, I know this works and this copy is working. But before you go to Facebook ads, also try a different copy. Meaning now I'm going to take this copy down and I'm going to go with this creative, right? I'm going to put a new creative, but I'm still going to run on Instagram stories because I know that's working for me and my audience. Because we don't ever know. And I'll tell you a secret, guys. It's not even a secret, but I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter if you hire the best creative company in the world. When I used to work for Papa John's, we used to hire a company that we used to put millions and millions of dollars. And we just say, look, buy advertisement everywhere. Like, we just want all media, all regions. The whole thing, like, they used to tell me, it's like, Brad, at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to work. And nobody knows, guys. So when you guys hear, oh, I know how to run Facebook ads. All right, cool. I know that you know, but nobody knows what's going to sell or not. So they'll try one copy here, another copy there. But one is going to work, but we don't know when or which copy is going to have the most effect. So right now, so you run everything on Instagram. And let's say now you know that works. And now let's take a shot. If you want to take a shot then on Facebook, then go ahead, maybe like 2 to 3 weeks in, just to see, okay, let me try that run. Because now you got the money to it, right? You made a little money out of the product. So now you can afford to say, let me put another 200 on Facebook, and I'll have both of them running. But I'm going to get into how you're going to get free money for Facebook ads down the road here, okay? So don't worry. It's not going to come out of your pocket, okay? Don't worry. Remember, we're starting. This is for beginners who just got a great idea and they really want to know how to create a product, and then eventually they can have to buy advertisement, but they still don't have the money, right? So I got an idea, and we're all going to get into it in just a few. So let me go back here, product number 4. So remember, we're going to pull parts of product number 4 and create that mini report with that lead magnet, and also create a folder for and use it for copy for Facebook ads or Instagram. So number 5, guys. Remember, I already told, number 5, pull some highlights into the podcast episodes. I guess I already talked about that, so I'm going to skip number 5. This was the highlights for the podcast. Number 6, we're going to create a platinum bundle, right, out of the entire thing, right? So this, guys, is super cool that we can actually create a platinum bundle. So if now I have the entire masterclass, I have a mini course, I have a PDF file, I have a book on Audible, I have Amazon going, and my book is doing all right, and then I have Thumbnail Drive, and I also want to add one more things to it. I just want to put a platinum bundle together and create a lifetime access to a mastermind deep dive, right? And that could be like a whole thing that you can do online, and you can run it out of your Facebook group page, right? And this is something, just guys, don't worry about making money on this product platinum bundle in the beginning. It's just like also remember, creating attention, getting people in there, and then you say, okay, start getting people into your Facebook group, and then you can then sell the entire thing, or it could be maybe more than $1,000, but however you do it, I will focus more on buying advertisement. Listen to the beginning, I'll focus more on buying advertisement to create more money to buy ads, and I will focus on the mini course first, and I will focus on the content pillar and trying to get those going, right? I would not worry about too much selling on Amazon right away or Audible, and that would be like, you know, my down the road, but at least I still want to keep the Amazon and Audible there because there's so many people online looking for books. Some people still don't like to buy products online. They just want to read a book, right? So then you might not, and another thing before I move forward, you know what's funny is like sometimes it might not even be a product that takes off. It might actually be that book on Amazon. Who knows? All right. Okay. So then what we're going to do is now that we have all this together, we're going to also interview experts on the topic of what your product is, right? So if your product is about, you know, social media, now I'm going to interview people that is experts on social media, right? And I'm going to record it on Zoom, right? And I'm going to say, guys, remember, if you upgrade on that mini course, right, to go to the home study program, the entire masterclass, not only are you going to get the audio thumbnail drive, but I'm also going to give you, you know, 5 major interviews that I had with the top social media gurus out there or with the top experts. And then you include these Zoom video meetings as a bonus, right? And also with the audio thumb drive. And all it took is somebody to give you a 1 or 2 interview. It could be just one. That way you just put a little extra in there, creating that stack of all that good offers out there for them, and just extra features, really, guys. Okay? And then, or you can use the entire interview here, the interview with these experts on the members area, right? So when they buy your product and they go to the members area, you can actually, when they get there, surprise, you know, we got to interview experts. I interviewed the experts of the top social media campaigns, and there's 4 videos here for you guys. Welcome to, you know, to our membership site. Enjoy the product and also watch these videos, the interviews that I did with all these major guys that are running the social media, you know, online. Okay, you get the point. So then, all these campaigns that I'm doing right now, I'm going to run them everything on the Builderall platform, right? For those of you that are on Builderall, cool. For those of you watching this video somewhere and you don't know, go to builderall.com, use the marketing platform. It has everything that you need in order to run all this campaign and membership sites and everything that you need, okay? So I'm going to run this entire thing on Builderall, and also in the footer of the page, I'm also going to put, you know, create it on Builderall, or how to get involved with Builderall, or make money with Builderall, however you want to do it. Put an affiliate link there, because you never know if they skip on the product, you know, at least they can say, man, this is a very nice website. I want to see what the hell this Builderall thing is. They click on the link, and then, you know, you become, they get into Builderall, and they become part of your team. You know, the affiliate link's there. And also, guys, don't forget to put a Facebook pixel. This is super a must, guys. A Facebook pixel on the landing page of your site, because what you're going to do is there's a thing called, I call it, because you guys already know about retargeting. We'll get into that in just a bit, but there's a thing called, I call it celebrity branding, and this is super cool. And celebrity branding, I use this thing called AdRoll, right? AdRoll at ADROLL.com. AdRoll is because AdRoll is the best at this. It's a celebrity branding. What happens is, they do the best retargeting in the world, because if somebody comes to my site and they love MTV.com, AdRoll is going to show my banner at MTV, and it's going to follow them everywhere online. Just like if you guys were, for those that are new into this, when you see a product there and then all of a sudden, like, man, I see this product again and again and again, that is called retargeting. But AdRoll does the best because they put you on the top sites. And remember, if somebody sees me on MTV.com, on Fox News and everything like that, my ad for my book, my product, the perception is going to be that Brad is all over the place. This guy must know what he's talking about. I see him on foxnews.com. I see him on MTV. I see him on CNN.com. Everywhere I go on my website, this guy's all over the place. It just gives the perception and that celebrity look that you're buying a shitload of ads, or that you are actually an authority, that you actually are on the top pages. All it is that I use adroll.com to put me on the top sites, such as Fox, CNN, the Today Show, and so forth on their websites. That's all it is, right? It's a fast authority. Or you could just run retargeting ads. Once you run your pixels on your page and you warm up your pixel, you run retargeting ads on Facebook. Either one. I choose AdRoll. Somebody else may choose, retargeting them on Facebook. It works the same, but AdRoll has got that little extra kick because they put you on the top authority sites. Now, also, guys, you want to ask for a free consultation on your product to help them even get that extra sale in there, guys. Now, remember, somebody comes to the site, they watch the hero video on your product, but the thing is, most of them don't buy it right away. Now, you want to give as much option for them to get into buy that product. So I'm even going to put, look, guys, a free consultation on me. Just, put your name and email address out there. I'll get somebody, to give you a call, or you maybe have a little chat live there that, Builderall has got that. You can put the live chat, here and there. And then you can also put, many things there. They're just going to create attention to stay on the page. And you can even say, contact our sales team. And what I like to do in this situation for the free consultation, I'm also going to go to this thing called Callfire, right? It's called callfire.com, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to recheck the link, but right now I'm calling it callfire.com because I think that's that. But what happened is that when I run campaigns for certain clients and so forth, and I get to listen to the audio, especially when I have a sales team reaching out for somebody, I'm able to see what they're saying. I'm able to hear everything. And if it's for a client or a dentist, I can then show proof that I got the lead, and I send that specific number, that 1-800 number that Callfire is going to give me. That's going to be the 1-800 number that I'm going to run in the campaign for my client. And then when they call my client's office on that number, the call gets recorded, right? So when I go to the doctor, and I don't want to switch topics here, but if I'm an agency and I go to the doctor and I'm running ads for him on a retainer, he hired me, at the end of the month, I'm going to say, Dr. Felix, I ran that ad that you gave me, that we did together. I ran it, and I actually brought you 200 leads, and they called this number that we did together, and that it went straight to your office. Now, the person getting the call, which would be the receptionist, how she handles that, then it's on them. But at least you have all the calls recorded. You have all the leads, the number of calls, because remember, they pay you a retainer fee to run their advertisement for them and everything. So you can want to prove to the clients that, everything that you say you're going to do, you did it. Now it's up to them to close the deal. But that's a totally different topic. Let's keep on going in terms of product creation. Sorry that I got, sidetracked, but I was like, I get all into it, right? So now what we're going to do is, remember, out of everything that we created, we're going to run everything on Builderall platform, right? And we're going to put the pixel perfect there, run retargeting on Facebook or adroll.com for that celebrity branding. And then the free consultation, live conversation with, our sales team, extra Q&As you can put there on the website, or you can use Callfire to get a 1-800 number. Whatever you want to do, guys, so you can listen to the calls. Now, we're going to get money, guys, up front for Facebook ads. This is how you get money from Facebook ads, right? Now, and this is super easy to do. If you say, and I'm going to go back to that platinum bundle, that lifetime access, and I say, guys, create a platinum bundle just in case, you want to use it for a Facebook group, or you want to, however you want to use it for. I'm going to use the platinum bundle that I created out of everything. And then I'm going to go, to, my friends, my people that, I follow, they're following me, or my little audience, however big or small. All I want to do now is create money for Facebook ads to run this entire thing that I created. So I'm going to say, hey guys, what's going on? It's Brian Macmayer here. Listen, I got a brand new product that's about to come out into the market, and I'm going to put it out on Friday. Now, on Friday, I'm going to sell it for $997. But guess what? For those of you that already know me, you guys are my inner circle, you guys are my friends, And what I'm going to do is, guys, I want you guys to be test driving this thing, and I want you guys to comment and let me know how the product goes. And what I'm going to do right now, before Friday, for those that are watching this, I'm going to sell it for only $25. This entire product that's going to cost $1,000 on Friday, I'm going to sell it for only $25. Guys, you guys got to take a bullet hit on this one, right? Because the whole thing here, because you're going to have to need to get money for advertisement, you might as well hit the bullet here and eat it, because it's only for a week. But what they're going to do is they're going to say, you know what? I'd rather give Anita $25 right now than pay $997 on Friday, especially if you already sold them on the product, they love the product, and everyone's going to get into it. I'm like, shit, fuck that. It's a no-brainer. 25 over 1,000, I'm in. So then they're going to send the $25 to Anita to her PayPal, right? So hopefully, if she's got a little bit of a following there and everyone start putting 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, and remember, you're already going into your landing page and you're selling for $25, they're sending it to your PayPal. Anita then in the back end, she can then start approving everyone and so forth. But that money, we want to get to at least $500 to $1,000 to even the $2,000 that's not out of your pocket, just for people that already paid the 25 here, 25 there, 25 here, 25 there, to get to the point like, okay, now I got $2,000 to run Facebook ads, to run all the product that I created right now. And then on Friday, you cut the shit. You stop. You start selling really for $997, because right now we're going to go after everyone else. Remember, since we're buying advertisement, right? Now we go, there's billions of people online, you know, on the world that I can sell to. I don't need to go then and suffocate my people, you know, to buy my product. I can just go to Facebook, put the right audience that I want. Now I got money. It didn't come from me. And people, you know, now also the people that bought it for $25, they love you because you gave them a deal. And also they're actually testing the product. And then they're asking questions. And then you see what works and what doesn't. And then by the time you get to Friday, your shit is already all together and you got money in your pocket. So now let's roll with it. Then you're going to put $100. Remember, just to test it out, you're going to put 20 on Instagram, 20 on Facebook, 20 on Twitter. Just remember I told you before, test it first what works, and then put $100 in. Do not put your entire $2,000 in one platform, especially if the pixel's not warmed enough, especially if the ad, you don't know what ad works yet. So test it out and start bringing a little bit, as you start making sale, start bringing your price a little bit higher. Then put another 100, then put another 100, then put another 100. But that cushion, it just takes the stress out of your mind in terms of buying advertisement, and it takes the stress of suffocating your friends saying, dude, you better buy my product, bro, because, you know, I spent a lot of time creating my product. You, my friend, if you don't buy it, I never talk to you. You don't need that bullshit, all right? You just need $25 from your friends. If you got 25 friends, get them to buy for $25, you're good. You got plenty of money for advertisement to start, and hopefully by then there's one money coming in, $2 coming out, as you guys already know the deal, and then you guys got the assembly going, you got all this shit, and you got money coming in, and you don't have to rely on anybody, right? With that said, let's keep going, right? All right, so now we got the products, we got books, we got Audible books, we got product bundles for $25 before Friday, right? And then now we also got, you know, retargeting ads that we're gonna run at Adderall, not Adderall, guys. Do not do anything with Adderall, okay? Adderall, okay? So now we're running our money there, our advertising there, retargeting there, because now we got money, you know, to play with. So then here we go. So then what we want to do, guys, once you guys got that going, you got sales going, we want to create a Facebook group, just like you guys see with Builderall. You want to create an ambassador page for your product and start some group coaching there, because you want people to eventually, as they learn and they start executing, and you start seeing maybe 1 or 2 people that are actually moving the needle with your product and they start being successful. You want to start highlighting these people. You want to start interviewing these people. And then you want to create videos around to say, look, this actually works. Anita's doing it. She's having a lot of success with it. You know, Shelly's doing it. She's having a lot of success with it, and starts creating that attention that the product works. All you want to prove to people is that everything that you said in the thing, if people take action, it works. And then I'll have Anita as an ambassador, Shelly's an ambassador. And then guys, from there on out, if the product really takes off, I want to create an affiliate program. There's a lot of places that you can run an affiliate program, especially in Builderall, the new checkout system in Builderall. You can run an affiliate program out of the new checkout system in Builderall. I'm telling you guys, Builderall has everything for you to run your entire thing that I'm talking about on Builderall, right? So you can run everything there, and now you got an affiliate program, and you can run from there a lot of ideas. I don't have to get into that because you guys already know. Okay, and remember, these for beginners. Okay, so what are you gonna do now? If I already got my products being sold, I already got videos that shows that everything is running great, and now I got my affiliates out there selling, and all of a sudden Brad is creating all this attention and I'm getting money, I wanna get a publicist at some point. Guys, get a publicist, because all they're gonna do is put you in great podcasts, and also they're gonna do, who knows, if you got a great publicist, pay the $2,000 to get one great local TV station news in your city. So you can get into Channel 5 or Fox News, and so whatever, on that local city that you're in, they all have affiliate stations for these top channels. So maybe you wanna be as a correspondent on that topic. So when the news anchor says, hey, Brad, now we're going to go to Brad right now. He's our correspondent on Fox today, on Fox Miami Beach. And tell us about this specific topic, which is accordingly to the product that you created or the book that you created. And by the time you leave that channel, right, that the publicist gave you the opportunity to be on, you want to say, you get, by the way, guys, here's my Amazon, where you can find it on Amazon. You can go to bradmcmeyer.com and get the book there. You know, whatever you want to do, promote yourself. Now you become that correspondent. And once you become a correspondent in one place, especially on Fox Local News of your city, you want to get that and try to get as many Fox stations as possible. Because now I'm going to contact all Fox affiliates in the United States. I'm going to Google it and all the stations, and I'm going to say, I'm just an expert correspondent on this station here in Miami on Fox. Is there any way I could do it in Cleveland? If I could do it in Chicago, and go to try to go all the TV channels and try to get as a correspondent there. Because now, guys, what you're creating, you're becoming an expert not only online, but also on television. And television, guys, works. And once you start, you know, getting your videos out there on television, you're going to start placing these videos that the production people that you're in, they're going to give it to you. You can ask that the TV station, can I have a copy of my interview? And then you can start putting these interviews on the product page. So then you can say, yes, as seen on Fox. The problem is with some people online, they'd be like, oh, as seen on Fox, as seen on NBC, but they don't actually put the interview on it. You're going to have the interview that shows you on the station, talking about the products, helping the solution out there to the public in your city. And then I will try to get everywhere. And you start getting momentum, you start using this as leverage to get on keynotes, on big top seminars. Take a look at the top seminars for 2019. I was looking at seminars out there that are coming in 2020. There are over 300 top seminars. Everywhere you go now, there's a seminar. You're going to tell me that if I have the authority going and I'm selling products and I'm just not relying on Facebook sales like that, I'm actually going out there and expanding my horizons. And then somebody gives me a chance and I go on a keynote and I start talking. What I'm going to talk about on stage, the entire product that I created, that topic, right, guys? Because at the end of the keynote, you're going to send people to your website to buy the product. And you can say, you can have actually your book that you buy yourself from Amazon. It says, by the way, guys, thank you for, letting me be here. You guys can get the book on Amazon.com. Thank you so much. And then also you ask for the video of that keynote, and then you put that on your website. Watch the entire keynote. Just make sure you don't give the entire secrets of your product or everything, all the context that's in the product. Just take one or three things from it, and then ad lib, around the subject on your keynote. So when they watch the keynote, it's not like they're getting the entire information of what's in the product. Okay. So now, guys, we're on TV, we're on Amazon, we got all this stuff, we're making money, we're on Facebook ads, and then what else? Now we're gonna get super deep, right? Everyone still with me so far? All right, guys, and I'm going to assume by that time, right? I'm going to assume by that time, You guys are doing live group coaching to your Facebook groups, such as like week 1, you guys can do webinar training. Week 2, you're going to get group call, right? The week 2 on the group call, you're going to record these group calls, right? Because these group calls are only going to be available in the members area. For you never know what's going to be coming into the product. Just because Dominic already went through the entire process, he already bought the book, he already, he's in the members area. It doesn't mean that Janet, remember, Janet's coming into the front door for the first time. She saw you on TV, or she saw you on that keynote, or she saw your book. She's coming into your funnel for the first time. We want to be able to, by the time that brand journey in that whole assembly line, by the time she gets to the Facebook group page or the membership site, we have calls that she can then update herself on. That means like, holy shit, there's actually 20 different group calls here that I can listen to. That's like a value. No, not only did she get out of that product, remember, she got it for free, the audio thumbnail drive, and she got for free one more thing that I mentioned there. She got for free, there was something else that she got for free. There was like 2 things, right? I just can't remember right now. But she got
It was the 5 interviews, I think.
Oh yeah, the 5 interviews that we did, right? The 5 interviews with the social media experts waiting for her, and she got the audio thumb drive. And now she didn't expect that she was going to get 30 calls that we already did, even prior before she coming into the into the membership side. Now we have group coaching that she has access to. She's like, oh my God, she is the best. Like plenty of information. And then, of course, on week 3, you can implement, and review and tweak, see what's working, what's not with your group, just so you guys can do, one thing. And guys, really pay attention to this. This is what's going to be this shit right now, okay? This, out of all this shit, this is the shit, okay? What you're going to do is, remember, why do we go on TV? Why do we go do keynotes? You're already selling the product. Is because you're creating a brand and a brand name for yourself. Like Anita is the shit. She's selling the product on this topic. She's going to keynotes. Now she's buying advertisement, retargeting. She got Ed Roll now. She's going celebrity sites. Like her shit is booming. Now she's on mainstream. What's going to happen is out of that Facebook group page, what she's going to do now, and this is super important, guys, she's going to co-create and give an opportunity for her ambassadors to sell and make a new product with her. I'm going to say it again. She's going to go to her group page. Guys, I'm all over mainstream media right now. My shit is on fire. Who wants to create a product with me or co-write a book with me? And I'm going to put you guys into this machine that I'm in. This is what's going to create all the fucking shit. Because everyone's going to be like, fuck yeah, you got your foot in the door in the media. I got great ideas for a book, and now just let me in. But here's how Anita's gonna make money. Anita's gonna have a contract in place that's 2 things. Anita's gonna spend 1 day out of whoever she could say, guys, I'm only gonna pick 5 to 6 people, right? So all these 5 people, just make sure you guys give me the greatest ideas that you got. Everyone in this group, give me the greatest ideas, and I'm only gonna pick 5 of you guys. So then she's gonna take a week and see all the ideas, and she's like, you know what? I think this book might be the next one for me, which is gonna make sense, because she's gonna need a follow-up product. So instead of her creating alone, she's gonna get somebody in her ambassador team that not only she's gonna help her create her personal image on the media, but she also is gonna have a new product. And here's the punchline. In the agreement, the person that's gonna go into Anita has to buy all of the Facebook ads for this product. That means Anita is only gonna make a percentage of this book, and then the person that's working Anita on this book, on written contract agreement, has to buy all of the advertisement for a specific amount of advertisement throughout the month, or the agreement, you can guys, they could, either the agreement, either they can opt out of the agreement, or you can opt out, but you guys need to have an agreement in place that that person, to do something Anita, she has to buy the advertisement, or Anita doesn't have to rely on the advertisement. And after 30 days that the product is on, in the market and the refund process went through, that person has to pay Anita a certain amount of money at the end of the month. So now Anita could focus still on her personal brand and not rely on the marketing so much, or sales, like, buying ads and all that, because This person, she's like, Anita gave me a chance. Anita's in the spotlight. I want to do a keynote with her. All I got to do is make sure this fucking book blows up, right? And make sure I pay Anita on time. And that means she's going to love me. I'm a good guy. And Anita's going to put me in the machine. So then what Anita's going to do is she's already has access to all these top people, all these top publicists, because she's already on mainstream media doing top keynotes and events. Anita then is going to invite her friend for that specific product to actually maybe do one keynote together, right? And that is going to give it a little bit of publicity for the other person. It's also going to push the new product or the new book and so forth. And then when that blows up, so now Anita's got 2 home runs. She's got a first product home run, and now she's got a second product home run because she knew the topic was going to be fire. And then that person already bought all the advertisement, and then they're rolling out of Anita's limelight right now. And what's going to happen is you guys are going to find a fucking publisher by this time, right? And we're going to try to get a fucking book deal on the big time publisher. That means you're going to get a publishing advance for maybe the next 1, 2, 3, the next 3 to 4 books. And let me tell you guys, this is 100% guaranteed. If you're in the limelight, if you're mainstream media, you're going to get publishing deal. So you're going to get a publishing deal. So they'll give an advance, whether it's $1 million, 500,000, but they're going to sign you for 3 to 4 book deals. And what's great about it, once you get a publisher, they're going to put you on a book tour. And that book tour, my friend, you're going to start going to Barnes and Nobles, you start going to this, and you're going to start signing autographs. You're going to start doing all this, and you're going to document the entire thing on video for what? For your YouTube channel. Everything that you're going through, your daily life, is going to be your vlog. You're going to do everything because now all you're doing is you have people following around with a camera to create content that's showing that you're out there, you're pushing your product, you're in the limelight, you're doing autographs for your books, you're doing either the big shows or talk shows, however you want it, but it shows that you're out there as an official author. And that's why that book going to Amazon is so huge, because now you're not going to be a marketer. You're actually an author of a product, of a book. And that's going to make it even better to try to get on the early stages of a keynote. That you can say, look, I wrote this book and I have a great concept on this topic. Do you mind to give me the stage to make this keynote? And then from there, guys, sky's the limit, right? So you guys all can see where I'm going with this. It's all about now scaling. Scale, scale, scale to the fucking moon. Excuse my language, but that's how, like, if you get to that point, sky's the limit. And what's going to happen is all Anita's going to do now remember, now Anita's got 2 books that she started. Now she's got a book deal for at least 3 more book deals, multi-million-dollar deals, or thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. But what Anita's going to do is, what is she going to do? Remember, what does McDonald's do? They keep opening franchises and franchises and franchises. She's going to go back to her Facebook group. She's going to do the same process. Who wants to do another product, another book with me? Remember, and that is going to be the same process. They're going to have to pay her all the advertisement and also a percentage fee to do a book with her. And what is great for Anita is that she's always going to have the option for another book. Remember, and this is something that then she could get this book and bring it to her publisher. And her publisher then, by then, if she's got a book deal, they say, all right, this is great. We can add to this book, or we can add to that book, or we can say, okay, let's hold off on this. Let's go with this first, and then you put this out. Remember, just because you sign with a publisher doesn't mean you need to be exclusively with them. You can actually put in fine prints that you still want to have your rights to put out your own products, right? You just won't be in the book tours that they put you on because that's their publicists and their time that they're paying for. But remember, guys, now what's going to happen is after everything goes on and Anita's on top of the world, she's going to create one fucking huge course that we're going to start from the same shit that we started from on how to do exactly the same thing she did with fucking $0, from 0 to a fucking star. Okay? That's going to be that course. Because now we already have everything documented. We already have the blueprint. And all she's going to do is she's going to tell everyone how she did it. And even with that book, guys, even with that book that she did with the Facebook group page and all those ambassadors, Anita could also sell the blueprint to how she did it. So then take everyone to step 1 again. Create a pillar content, do this. She already has a blueprint that already works. And this is something everyone can do. It's all going to come down to a strategy and the idea. But what they're going to do, her ambassadors that Anita didn't have at the first time, is the leverage of Anita's name, her brand, and her access to the media and her access to the big stages, because by then Anita's already flying. And remember, she went from nothing to, you know, online marketing, to becoming a correspondent, to becoming a, you know, a keynote speaker, from being a keynote speaker to top shows. And then all of a sudden she's a freaking expert. And now she's, remember, what leveraged her name even more? Remember, she went to the ambassadors and they made another book, and the ambassador paid for all the advertisement. That means they even blew her even more. And then she could just sign 5 different books with the ambassadors prior to getting to the publisher. That way you have 5 people buying advertisement with Anita's name on the book, right? With different topics. And now you go back to Amazon, you can have 5 to 6 books on Amazon running at one time with different people on the foreword of it. But it has to have Anita's name, and it also has to have Anita's people paying for her at the end of the month for her percentage of it. And also they have to buy 100% of the advertisement online, because we're giving them the entrance to the machine. All they're doing is paying the advertisement to be part of Anita's brand. And then as you guys go from there, guys, Anita could then even start doing brand extension. She could start then going to, like, you know, doing, and if she's a marketing person, she could then start doing big deals with marketing companies, you know, where she becomes, a consultant for marketing agencies that are coming up and so forth, because she already knows how the whole blueprint. She doesn't have to just teach the blueprint to the ambassadors. She could teach this whole thing that we went through to marketing agencies, that they'll pay her, 10 grand up front just for this blueprint that we went over here today, right? Because she already has the limelight and they already know she's got authority, and all it says, Anita, we're gonna pay you 10 to 50 grand. Can you come in here for an hour and teach how you did it? And just teach them this blueprint, right? The key here, remember guys, out of this whole thing that I said, I'm not saying anything that you guys didn't may or not already know, but the key is here, remember, is going, by the time you start getting that leverage, is going back to the ambassador and co-creating the book with them, and let them put so much money into advertisement to skyrocket and scale, right? And by then, nobody can hold you. Sky's the limit, okay? So with that said, let me keep going. There's more to go. You guys are all good? We're still going? Okay.
I think we're getting a bit tired. There's more to go.
Yes, you guys want to stop here and then
Brad, there's one thing I want to say from what you were talking about. If you look back 30 years ago in the 80s and 90s, when you had the seminar companies and you had professional speakers, their whole thing was get on the stage, write a book, get out there. So it's going along that same lines, but yet every one of those people who were very successful in that paradigm, they don't even understand how to adapt to the new paradigm, how to create their own product instead of trying to sell a seminar company's products.
Yeah, I totally understand. And also what's great about this is that, remember, this whole blueprint too is to get other people's money to pay for your advertisement. Remember, we started here with $0 and we got a little bit of money for Facebook ads by giving them. Remember, if you guys buy it for $25, it's going to cost $997 on Friday. So we got a shitload of people that she already knew, her friends, to give her the $2 grand. And then she started doing her marketing to the point where by the time she's able to get to the ambassadors to get them to do the co-writing of a new book, but by the time she's already in the limelight, in the mainstream media, because remember, she was a correspondent on Fox, she's doing this, and then she got to the point that now, guys, I'm in the media, who wants to do another book with me? Everyone's gonna raise their hands, and then it's just got about, out of all her customers, maybe 100 people will give her 100 ideas on the book. She'll pick 5 of them. And then that's 5 people that have to buy advertisement all over the internet promoting that book with Anita's name on it. She still get paid for the rest of her life, for the rest of the term of that agreement. That's just like, she could do this for the rest of her life. And then when that's going, remember, Then she's gonna then be a brand consultant to marketing agencies all over the world. And then she's gonna be a brand consultant to 500 Fortune companies. And when that's not little money, you're talking about like $500,000 to a certain project. Then, but who knows? She could do then, maybe by that time, sky's the limit. She'd get her own Netflix show of documentary on marketing or whatever. Who knows? Sky's the limit. Now we're just like, you know, playing the wind here. We're just kind of like, wow, by that time we can do what the hell we want. So, but that works, guys. That is the blueprint in terms of like day one. Let's stop in here and let's do a content marketing day 2, because I still got all of this to go through. And that's going to be on tomorrow, right? So then let's do it tomorrow. So content marketing day 2 tomorrow. Let's stop. Let me stop over here.
That's awesome. I'm amazed at what I'm going to do.
Congratulations, Anita. You already got there.
I know. Thank you.